Wow, it's your boy Boulder Slim, and you tapped in with my motherfucking dog, nigga JayLeeTV. Tune in, yeah?
One.
How y'all doing? I'm Daniel.
This is Willis.
And I'm Curtis, and we are Triple P+J hanging out at Vibelab On Air with JayLeeTV. Make sure y'all go and subscribe to the YouTube channel and to our YouTube channel as well. That is Triple P+J Podcast in your search engine. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Does that work?
What's going on, y'all? This is the Vibelab On Air with JayLeeTV, and our special guest for today, we have the Triple P+J Podcast. You know, y'all can go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Ooh, okay. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and go first. I don't know. We're doing it as a group.
Who are you?
I'm Daniel. AKA Puddin'. Thank you, Willis, for that. That's my nickname for him.
I'm Willis, aka P Money. Thank you, Daniel, for mine. I appreciate that.
And I'm Curtis, a.k.a. Pumpkin. Thank you, Willis, for that.
You're welcome.
And we are missing our J, which is Jaleesa. She couldn't make the trip with us, but shout out to you, Jaleesa.
We love you, baby daddy.
You're here in spirit.
So, let me ask y'all, what really inspired y'all to make this podcast?
Daniel, go ahead.
So, I'm pretty sure it kind of started out when we were at Kim's Kitchen. No. Tube's Kitchen. Yeah, and we were just sitting at the table, and I don't exactly remember how it started, but we just started talking. I think I brought it up doing a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, it was a joke at first, and then we kind of really got serious into it. So, to be honest with you, I think Curtis kind of manifested the whole thing more than anything.
I don't think so.
You sure?
So, what had happened was...
Okay.
He was right. We were at Toops, and he brought up the idea about the podcast because he had saw someone else from Leesville, where we're from, doing the podcast on Facebook.
Okay.
So when he saw that, he was like, we should do a podcast. So then we didn't really take it serious, and then we brought it up to Jaleesa. She was down for it, and then we went on our cruise, and on the way back, it came up again, and we were just like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's start this. Let's start the podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So, whose idea was it for, like, the actual name? Like, did y'all...
Well, we had a group chat at first, and we were kind of thinking of names to make it. So, honestly, it's between them two. They was coming up with our names. I didn't even put nothing.
You were just like, all right, I'm...
Yeah, whatever we go with, we're cool.
Oh, man.
Essentially how it was, like Daniel said, yeah, we have our little group chat that we all chat back and forth in, and like we were at work and was like, we got to come up with a name. What do we come up with a name? And I was like, well, what about PB&J, something like that. And Curtis came up with the wonderful
Triple P+J.
Triple P+J.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And y'all just came up with that and just rolled with it ever since.
We had a discussion. So first they didn't like it, and then they came up with other suggestions, and then we narrowed it down to like 3 names. I don't remember the other 2, but that's long gone.
Long ago.
We had narrowed it down to 3, and then we just picked that one. That one made more sense.
Right, and it worked out because our name kind of fits for what we do, you know.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. What are y'all main topics when it comes to this podcast?
The main topics are, we don't really have a main topic. What we'd like to do is we have a format that we follow. Essentially, we like to have like a topic about like getting to know us a little bit better. We've only been doing this now for 3 months, so we're still new to the game. But we like to have a topic of like getting to know us a little bit better, and then we have a topic about what's in the news, what's trending at the week that day that we're recording, you know.
Okay.
And then we like to end it on a good note, so we come up with some off-the-wall random bullshit, and just like, this is what it is, and here it is. And we like to end on a good laugh, so yeah.
What was y'all, like, the most enjoyable topic to really, like, to bring out y'all, you know, because when you have your topics, some people have their semi, like I can give you this much, but when it's something that everybody understands, everybody gives that. Like, all right, I'm about to tell you everything how I feel. I've been meaning to say this for a long time.
Both of them.
What was like the most?
Anything that's like really passionate between them. I think.
And don't just say us. You get in on it too.
I do too, but
you really do.
It really just does depend on the topic. Like I feel like Willis really got personal about the whole when we were talking about them making abortion illegal, and he's just like, oh no.
He's like, oh no.
You felt his energy through the camera when he was speaking.
Just going in about it.
And like this, yeah, like that was one of our topics where like no, I do not have a uterus. No, I don't have a vagina. But at the end of the day, like I am very passionate about that. Like that's one of the 2 or 3 topics that like I'm gonna fight for, because like I said, it's. And I'm trying not to get heated while we're discussing.
Oh, understand.
But yeah, it's every time like But yeah, that was one of mine where it was like that topic, and then there was the. Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all talk because I'm sitting here and like my ears are getting warm already, just thinking like I want to go in on it already again, and we've already discussed it like twice. So, but
let me ask individually, who was y'all first podcast? Like, what was the first podcast y'all really listened to that made y'all like, oh, you know what, I really want to do this?
I'm gonna be completely honest. Before doing this, I didn't really watch podcasts, so I can't answer that question. I none.
You just like we just gonna do it.
I just was like, I like to talk, I like to laugh. We got good chemistry, so let's do it.
Okay, all right.
I think as far as me, I'm pretty sure it's Fit and Fresh or Fresh and Fits or something like that. You know what I'm talking about? Like it's the one where they're. I guess they always kind of complain about it because they feel like the guy that hosted is.
A misogynistic piece of shit that treats women like dirt and doesn't need to be on the air and needs to have his microphone taken away.
That part.
That part.
You have to say that all together.
Speak on the real niggas who do treat women right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
We are better.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said you were a liar.
That's why we do this podcast, to speak better, to know better, so that we can, acknowledge these people.
Right.
Right.
But go ahead.
So that was
good
pretty.
about nigga, you know what I'm saying?
You good?
Yeah. Nah.
What was the question?
Podcast that you listen to. Probably.
Yeah.
I answered it already. So.
Yeah, you was just like, I never really listened to it. I was just down for it.
And I've listened to several podcasts, like, for years. One that I listen to a lot, I used to, I don't listen to it anymore, it's called Derek and Romaine. They talk mix of a lot of stuff, like political stuff, hot topic stuff, sexual stuff, and that's kind of similar to what we do, where it's like, well, if we talk about it and hash it out and have a good time.
Okay. What motivates y'all to do this podcast? Like, when y'all sit here and actually come up with ideas, what keeps y'all motivated to keep doing this?
For me, it's because I'm doing it with my friends, and I know it's gonna be funny. We're gonna be probably drunk most of the time,
Right.
so it's the vibe,
Yeah.
and because we could just talk about anything and vibe off each other.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it is you have podcasters. I don't know what the term that people use, but where they're a majority of them out of like the top 10 cities across the country. It's getting our opinion out of small town rural America, where of course there's that stigma out there where it's just like everybody's a country bumpkin, and we have opinions, and it's not all like reverberating off of not a soundboard, but just we're not listening to ultra conservative viewpoints, ultra liberal viewpoints.
We just keep it really neutral.
We keep it neutral, but at the same time, it's like we want people to know out there that we're not running around, chasing chickens fucking our cousins and shit like that. You know?
They probably think that, like, because we're from Louisiana, that we ride alligators and shit.
Right.
Cows and stuff to work.
Which
We got one of them cows? No.
That is actually the best thing you can ever do. Like, if you ever go out of state and you're like, oh, I'm from Louisiana, if you ever have somebody say, oh, do y'all have alligators? Oh, yeah, we keep one in the backyard. His name's Thibodeau. And, like,
He's on the chain.
He's on the chain, you know?
I mean,
just like the goat on the way here.
I mean, honestly, I've actually seen, people that's from Alaska and they come around. First thing you'll probably ask them, oh, you live in an igloo?
Right.
It's like, no.
No.
We live in a house.
Not in Alaska, but there's definitely places that they be living in.
Hey, I mean, that's totally understandable, but,
For a majority
Alaska,
of the population.
Yeah.
And it's just like, they have, like I said again, they have stereotypes about everywhere and everyone. And it's just like, we're trying to, that for me is mine. It's like, that motivation is like, we're trying to get out of that stereotype.
Okay. That's understandable. Is there, like, someone that y'all really hope to have a part of y'all podcast? Not, like, part of the crew, but just one of the episodes, like, all right, we can have this person as a special guest. Like, we really trying to get this person on.
I always got to have a couple porn stars come do the podcast.
We had one.
We've had one.
Always.
Yeah,
one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they
But
keep
who,
it real and they keep it
wait.
interesting.
Who made the move to do that?
Oh,
Yeah,
that was
that
me.
was him.
It was the person we had on there, his name's Liam Knox.
I'm
and-
disappointed in you. I'm disappointed in you.
Hey, he got the connection, so he's cool.
He's a friend of mine. We've known each other for years. He left whenever I remember originally. Well, I moved to Leesville from Knoxville, Tennessee, and
Understand.
we've been friends now for more than 10 years. And he left Knoxville and moved to California, and he's making it. Like he's pulling in bank, just doing what he does.
Man, I mean, if you could sit here and have another porn star, so who would you want?
Yeah, you said you had a list of people.
You had a list,
Yeah, so like, you didn't even really talk about that.
Okay. I'm trying to. Okay, so
Come
some of
on
the
now.
ones that I really started with.
Started with.
Come on.
You started.
Not to put you on the spot, but we're gonna
No,
put
you
you
put
on
me
the
on the
spot.
spot, so it's cool. Jinx Maze, she's fire. Oh, there's a couple of them, man. See, now that you got me on the spot, I can't even really think of them.
You can't think of one.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You named one.
Shit, I should have had a whole list for this.
Oh, man, it's all right. It should be in your brain somewhere.
I say you need to go to your notes. Go to your Safari history.
Oh, yeah, go to your Safari and check your history.
Lord.
I mean, I was just
He's
about to do that. I was
You got some too?
I was-
I think
I-
you did. You tried to show it like you had a whole, like a big list.
what?
Mm. Yeah, you had like 16 pages.
Listen, listen, what the fuck are you talking about Pornhub?
The fact that he has to go on his phone just to
I don't even want to do that.
Nah, it was
I don't even
cool.
wanna
You
do
couldn't.
that. Okay, I gave you one. We good. That's it.
That was a good one.
Mhm.
That was a good one.
Yeah,
That was your one.
that was the one.
I mean, at least he got his
He got one. He got his one.
Can't even think of it.
What are y'all future plans when it comes to this podcast? Like, what do y'all expect or what do y'all want from this to at least be able to have some people to really reach for this kind of thing?
Curtis is over here giggling, and it's cracking me up.
Oh,
I'm
no, it's
giggling
cool.
because you're looking at me.
Essentially, like what, like I'm assuming the group we're hoping for it to kind of take off and kind of. I mean, like, of course, that's the dream of everybody who starts a podcast. You know, you want it to take off, but I mean, I don't, influencer status. Be like maybe have people look at it and be like, all right, well, maybe people from rural Southern America is not just a bunch of rednecks running around screaming yeehaw and yee yee and all that other
They
stuff.
don't even say that.
Listen, go
Well,
to the B.
I wanna
Go to the
interview
B.
those people.
Go to the B.
I want to bring them into the office and be like, why are you like this? You know, people with tiaras, the girls that wear tiaras around, I want to interview one of them. I want to be like, honey, why are you wearing a tiara?
Ooh, that's a good one.
I really,
That's a good one.
I really want to know, what was your childhood? Just start there. How
She
were you
didn't
as
get
a
enough
kid?
attention.
You know?
Are you like a psychologist? Or you like a,
No, you watch that man on YouTube where he interviews the homeless and the strippers and the coke dealers and all that. I can't think of it. Whale something, but it's a white man, and he talks to the people. Y'all haven't seen it on YouTube?
No idea.
Y'all are crazy. Oh my goodness, it's like strippers, homeless people, but he's like, hey, so how was your child? And they got all the worst. They tell it all. And
breaks it down.
Yeah, and then they talk about their current situations, living on the streets, and yeah. But I want to interview some girl that just wears a tiara. She got a normal life, but she's just wearing a tiara.
And that, exactly. Like we want to make that, trending for like southern, like rural America, where it's like this is what we do.
Here.
This is how it is. That's what I want. I don't know what both of y'all are looking at me.
Well, for me, I'll let you go last. Like, you need time to think. But I
love you, Pudding.
I'm just gonna say I'm just wherever it goes, wherever it goes.
That part, but I'm into the acting stuff and influencer and entertainer. So I think I want it to get big, like he said, to where people might know who we are when we go places. Oh, that's Triple P+J. Yeah.
I'm a little curious about when you say wherever it goes. Like, what about you? I mean, you're Daniel. You gotta understand that should be a very sophisticated name. So you should be able to sit here and be like, I'm Daniel. Just throwing that out there just in case.
I appreciate that.
Of course.
It's basically like we got to run defense for Daniel when he goes to the mall or something.
Yeah.
Like, don't leave him alone, ladies.
Yeah. Like, they'll say they like everybody, but you got to think, they like everybody that's in the crew, and then there's Daniel right there. We gotta go see Daniel. I'm telling you, bruh.
You want to be the Beyonce. You want to be the Beyonce, don't you?
He is the just put that in the factor.
Don't try to put the attention on me.
No, it's not about the
Don't
attention, man. I'm just saying, like, if you're looking at the outside looking in, that's how it's really gonna look. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You can deny it now, and then later on, you be like, "Oh, he was right." I'm just saying.
We're all gorgeous. All aspects, no matter who we are, don't matter. If you're the prettiest one in the room. Sure.
And just for those